Good morning, everyone, and welcome to A Moment of Hope with Upward Transitions. I'm Carla Stinnett, and today we are really excited. We have a special guest with us today. I would like to introduce Kathleen Baldwin. She is the president and CEO at Travelers Aid International. Welcome, Kathleen.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
We have lots of things going on at Travelers Aid. Travelers Aid, in fact, is the volunteer arm for Upward Transitions at Will Rogers World Airport. But we wanted to have Kathleen come and share a little bit about Travelers Aid International, like how it began and how many chapters there are across the country, and just give us some background on Travelers Aid International.
Well, Travelers Aid was born in 1851 in St. Louis. And the mayor of St. Louis saw the need because a lot of travelers were coming west to build a better life, to find gold, all those sorts of things. And many women and children were left on the streets of St. Louis. So he donated $500,000 in 1851, which was a tremendous amount of money, and started Travelers Aid to provide mobility assistance and support to people who were disconnected, who were in crisis. And that's how the first Travelers Aid started. And then over the years, the organization expanded across the country. And Travelers Aid International, which is also a network of like-minded social service agencies, has been around since 1917. So the international network is over 100 years old, and the Travelers Aid individual organizations that make up that network have been around since 1851.
That is amazing. How many chapters are there? Or do you call them chapters, right?
Well, we call them member agencies, partners.
Member agencies, a partner agency.
There's about 41 of them at this time, and we're as far west as Hawaii, as far east as Puerto Rico, as far south as Australia, and as far north as Canada.
Wow, that's amazing. So Upward Transitions is a little unique in the way that it expanded, talking about how your membership and your partner agencies have expanded. How many, offer other social services besides emergency travel for stranded travelers? Upward Transitions, we have our community outreach program where we do help those who are homeless or at risk of becoming homeless. So I understand that there are other partner agencies in Travelers Aid that have expanded as well and include some of these social services. How many are there?
Well, the actual answer to the question, if there's very few that haven't expanded to provide those services.
Okay.
I can only think of a couple that just do what would be considered support for traditional travelers. All the other organizations provide assistance to people in crisis. So what each organization does depends on the needs of their particular community. Some provide refugee resettlement, such as the program in Chicago. And so others are more traditional or just provide homeless shelters for families. Others, we have one organization that is in the house flipping business. He's had properties, homes donated by a developer, and then they make those homes available to homeless veterans. And through a loan program that provides them with the down payment, and then the money that they receive from the veteran goes back into a fund that helps other veterans. So what Travelers Aid do across the world, even though we're in the Western hemisphere primarily, but is vast. and the programs are unique and pertinent and relevant to the communities in which they exist.
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't realize that. So, is there something about Travelers Aid International that maybe most people don't know about them?
My staff and I have talked about that, and it's a little hard as an insider to figure out what people don't know about us because I'm so immersed in Travelers Aid International. As a matter of fact, for 18 years, I ran the local agency in San Diego. And now I'm headquartered in Washington, D.C. So I'm getting to see both sides of the country. But I think we're one of the best kept secrets around. Unless you have had a need, if you've been in crisis personally and have received assistance from Travelers Aid, you don't necessarily know about us. I've had people contact me because Travelers Aid had assisted their families when they immigrated into the United States through Ellis Island way back when, or provided assistance for one of their children who was troubled and ran away, and then we helped reunite that individual. But if you never needed us, you probably don't know anything about us.
Well, Upward Transitions, we've been around for counting our origin since 1925 for almost, over 97 years. So we're approaching our 100-year milestone as well. But it's interesting. Before I do any of my talks, I say, raise your hand if you've heard of Upward Transitions. Only maybe a few go up. Raise your hand if you've heard of Travelers Aid. Lots of hands go up. So I try to bridge and make that connection that, we started as Travelers Aid here in Oklahoma City, and we expanded and renamed ourselves Upward Transitions. So it's very interesting about the unique services that each one of these partner agencies, member agencies provide in their communities, because some of the needs are unique in each community. So it's
Right.
very, yeah. So we have some exciting news. I mean, I had learned before the broadcast that you've never been to Oklahoma City, but you are coming to Oklahoma City because we're hosting the International Conference for Travelers Aid on September 14th through the 16th, right? So can you tell us a little bit about the conference?
We're very excited about this conference. Your CEO for Upward Transitions, Perry Ann Pulliam, has done an outstanding job of providing content, speakers. We're thrilled, and I'm so impressed with the job that she has done. So we have people coming from all over, many of whom, probably most, who have not been to Oklahoma City. So we're excited to come, excuse me, to learn about your city, to learn about the programs of Upward Transitions. I've got some people excited about the state fair, which starts the day we arrive or the day that the conference starts. So it's from the 14th to the 16th, and at the Sheraton downtown. I can't express enough how excited we are to be coming.
And so, if people would like, is this open to the general public for people
Sure,
to?
yes.
Okay. And
They
if they,
can,
yeah, how would they?
they can find out more information about the conference at our website, which is travelersaid.org. We have a conference page that has the agenda, allows people to register online, talks about the sessions, gives you all the information about the speakers, or people could come the morning of September 14th and walk up and register right there.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, we're really excited. Upward Transitions, of course, is participating and is engaged in some of the activities of that conference throughout those couple of days. So we're really excited and honored to host Travelers Aid International here in Oklahoma City. In fact, I think our mayor he has a message for everybody regarding welcoming you to the community. And so we're excited that Mayor Holt is going to do the a message for the opening session. So
Yes, he is. He's going to do an introduction for us. Someone was very impressed that Perry Ann had the mayor coming to speaking to us, even though he can't be there in person. But we have some other city officials coming. And as I said, the content of this conference is stellar.
We're excited about it. So we're getting close to our closing time on the broadcast, but our last question, what is next for Travelers Aid International? What do you see on the horizon for this organization?
Well, what I see is that we're going to continue to grow, to adapt to the needs of the community, to change. I personally like change. I think it's change and grow or die. And we've been around for well over 100 years. So we will continue to do what we can to serve the populations that are in crisis, who need help, whether it's mobility or housing or food insecurity, shelter, and we're here to meet the needs of those in need.
Well, I tell you, we are so blessed and honored to have Travelers Aid as a partner, and we are so proud of our Travelers Aid volunteers out at Will Rogers World Airport. And just want to put a shout out to Kevin Drury, who's there, who's our volunteer coordinator, and anyone who would be interested to volunteer at the airport in Oklahoma City. You can visit our website at upwardtransitions.org, and there is a volunteer form that goes straight to Kevin that you can fill out. But we'd just like to express our appreciation to you, Kathleen, for being here today and sharing some information about Travelers Aid International and about the conference that's coming up September 14th through 16th. And so we just want to welcome everyone to come and attend and learn a lot, not only about volunteer recruitment and volunteers, but a lot about some of the things that are going on in these communities and how Travelers Aid helps and addresses these needs. So we appreciate it. Thank you so much, Kathleen. And we're going to give everybody a goodbye wave, and we'll see you all next week. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.